Hello, welcome to my channel. I am so excited to share my recipe for this delicious cauliflower fried rice as well as this delicious vegan cauliflower soup. First, let me introduce the benefits of this amazing vegetable. So, cauliflower is a cruciferous vegetable. It is high in choline, which is great at improving your mood, improving memory, helping the nervous system, and liver health. It is also rich in sulforaphane, which is a great antioxidant, which reduces inflammation of damaged cells, and it also protects your cells. Cauliflower is also a good source of vitamin C as well as fiber, and it is low in calories. Here I'm going to show you one of the methods of making cauliflower rice using a grater. So basically, after you're done washing and cutting the cauliflower into smaller pieces, use the bigger side of the grater and just grate it like this. And I prefer using the flower part of the cauliflower because it's it the texture resemble more of rice texture kind of. So, and I like to use the stem for another recipe which I will talk about later in this video. So basically I just grate it until the flower part of it is done. Now, if you have a food processor, it's probably easier to use that. Just chop it up and put it on pulse. Will also give you the same results. But since I don't have that, I am using the grater. And then next, I'm gonna show you how to use just your bare hands with the knife to create this rice texture cauliflower. Now I'm going to show you the shaving method to this. So same beginning process, wash and dry the cauliflower, and then you're going to shave around it like this. And once all the top part is shaved off, you're going to cut this into smaller pieces so that you can start shaving off the pieces in between, and then chop as you go as well. And now it's time to get on with the cooking of the cauliflower rice. So here I am using extra virgin olive oil. And by the way, cauliflower does soak up a lot of oil. So thankfully this is a good oil, so I'm not worried about, the negative things about other oils. So anyway, I'm using the whole head of cauliflower here, the flower part of it. And I saved the stems for another recipe that I'm going to briefly show you in a little bit. But yeah, just stir here and let it cook for about 10 to 15 minutes. Meanwhile, I am adding in my seasonings, just, salt, pepper. I also add turmeric here. And by the way, turmeric is a great anti-inflammatory spice. Adding some garlic here, and also add whatever peppers you prefer, but since I'm using turmeric, it's best to use black pepper with that. I also grated some carrots and chopped up some green onions, so I'm gonna add that in as well. Next, I'm gonna add in 4 eggs, and this is optional, and if you're a vegan or vegetarian, you can use tofu if you like. And once I add the eggs, I like to get it to cook a little bit before I stir it in. And I add in some amino acids. It's almost like soy sauce, but nutritionally it's better. And I think I'm allergic to soy sauce, so I prefer using this. But if you want to use soy sauce, you could do that as well. And just stir in everything and let it cook a little bit more. So altogether, like I said, takes about 10 to 15 minutes to entirely cook this cauliflower rice. And to add a kick to this, I put a little bit of sriracha sauce. This gives it that tangy flavor. It's really good. So, and just stir a little bit more. It's almost done. And this cauliflower rice, it's surprisingly really good. So I am just in love. I'm gonna be cooking this more often because I love it. So good. So here's my favorite cauliflower rice, all ready. Low in carbs, low in calories, highly nutritious, and very tasty. And on with the next recipe. So one of the recipes that I like to make with the stems is little, roasted cauliflower snacks. So I add in some pink Himalayan salt, some seasoned salt, some red pepper, black pepper, turmeric, nutritional yeast, olive oil, and just massage it in really well. Make sure everything is nice and coated. And I also let this sit for about 15 minutes and then preheat the oven to 375, and then I bake this or roast it for about 30 minutes. And this recipe is delicious as well. And on to my favorite cauliflower recipe. So with this is cauliflower soup, my very own special. So I love the broccoli cheddar cheese soup from Panera's. I don't know if you guys tried it before, but it's really good. But since I'm on my health journey, I decided to try something similar to that, but healthier. So here we go. So started off by soaking some cashews, about half a cup of cashews, and while that's soaking, I chopped up some onions, just like a little less than a quarter of an onion, and then a little bit of garlic, and I'm gonna stir fry this over or in some olive oil. Here I'm adding some seasoning to this. Whatever your favorite seasonings are, I try to keep it healthy. So pink Himalayan salt is one of my favorite, almost always most used salt or seasonings. Once done adding in the seasoning, I go ahead and cook this for about 15 minutes or until the onions are translucent. And you can add like a little tiny bit of water if need be, so it won't get stuck on the bottom of the pot, and just keep stirring like that. Once the onions are ready, I go ahead and add about a cup of water. At this point, I'm gonna go ahead and add in the cauliflower stems, and I'll stir it up. And while it's beginning to boil, I am gonna go ahead and prep the cashews. And with cashews or any nuts, it's best to soak them first before you cook them or eat them, because it activates the enzyme in it and it's more nutritious that way. Also, always make sure to thoroughly wash your nuts before you soak them. So this was already washed, and I soaked them in drinkable water. So I'm gonna use the same water that I soaked them in to blend it. So this cashew gives the soup that rich, creamy texture and flavor without, the creams and milk or cheese. In case you're lactose intolerant or vegan, or you just want a healthier option. So here it is. I'm gonna go ahead and put this in the soup. Cashews, well, at least raw cashews, also have a little bit of sweetness to it, but it is perfect with this soup. Next, I'll add in my seasoning, and I'm using this bouillon. I think it's called chicken flavor. It tastes like Maggi cube, which most people use, or the pollo chicken flavor, and they also have the beef one, which is full of MSGs and other toxins and chemicals that you don't want to eat. But anyway, it is the healthier version of that. And I'm gonna also add in a little bit more peppers and turmeric. I'll also be adding nutritional yeast to this soup. So nutritional yeast is a deactivated form of yeast, and it gives the soup that cheesy flavor without the cheese. After about 10 minutes, I add in some shredded carrots, and I'll let it cook for about 5 more minutes. I was considering going plant-based, but after I've cooked this recipe amongst other plant-based recipe, I'm really starting to like this. This tastes way better than my used to be favorite from Panera's, that broccoli cheddar cheese. I mean, I'll take this soup a million times over that. It's actually very tasty. And I'm really thinking about going plant-based because I am liking what I've been trying so far. And maybe not 100%, but I'll say about 90% plant-based, just because plants are good for the body. It heals the body. I'm already seeing a major difference in my health, and I do want to get better. So let me know, comment below any other suggestions of plant-based tasty recipe. Please let me know. Thank you for your time. Thank you, and I hope you find this video informative. If you did, do me a favor, hit the like button. And if you are into health and beauty the natural way, or working on becoming a healthier version of yourself, make sure you subscribe to my channel, and you can also follow me on my other social media platforms. Thank you so much, and I hope you have a beautiful, blessed day, night, evening, wherever you are. Stay safe, stay healthy.